Hi and welcome to our monthly Handpicked Life update, and we're in November, which means we're still we're in the depths of autumn now. And in our last video we talked about how this is a season of letting go, everything shedding, ready to transform, to start anew as we go through the seasons, and how this energy really supports us in letting go of anything that no longer serves us. And of course this energy is available throughout the year, but now with the seasons it's more available because it's all around us. So before we get started, I want to let you know that we have now released our free course, and it's a 4-part course that takes you through a nature's rhythm cycle, which gives you the components that you need to really handpick your life. All the details are below. And last time we had a look at just something really simple that we wanted to create and how we hold on to old stories. And we touched briefly on why we hold on to them. And today we're going a little bit deeper with that. So we're going to have a look at what is stress and why does it get so ingrained in us that we stay on this treadmill. And for one reason, we're very simple, a very basic level. We evolved millions of years ago, and we've got a very basic system, which I'm sure we're all familiar with, of the fight, or the freeze. And when we go into stress, your body only knows that way to be, because what happens then is survival suddenly takes precedent. So your body says, we're in danger, our lives in danger, let's do what we can to get through this. Now that's a great system for the moment that your life is in danger and you need to make a decision, and you don't want to be thinking about choice. We don't want choice at that point. We want to zone in, do something. We want to run, we want to fight, or we want to freeze. But what happens in our everyday world, where we're fast and we're busy, and there are so many more stresses now that we didn't have when our body developed this system. We didn't have the internet, electric lights 24/7. We didn't have the pace and the information that we need to take in on a daily basis. So what happens is we get into this cycle of just being stressed, and our bodies are not designed to be in stress 24/7. And when they do that, they go into a habit of just doing what you know. So you get up today and you live it as if it were yesterday. Make the same choices, have the same conversation in your head, you do things the same way. And however much you may want to make change or do something in a different way, once everything starts to pick up that pace, then you'll go back and you'll do the same thing. You're on autopilot. You're not really living, you're not present, you're not making choice. You're using choices that you made a long time ago just to live today. So we're going to have a look at how we can work with the body. My name is Leanne Campbell and I'm a life and well-being coach, but my real passion is in somatic practices, because when you get into your body, that's when you're really talking to your subconscious. So that part of you that's recorded a way of being holds on to that. So we can really understand something. We've got the logic. We know what we want to do. But when we're in that split of we can't quite get there, you know, the craving takes over, or lethargy takes over, or you're just too stressed to do it. Or you start something, it feels great, and then you bounce back to what you know. We're talking to that part that holds the reason, and not in language, but in a language the body understands, by working with acupressure points, the energy of the body, the organ that's related to this season of letting go. The organs are lungs and large intestine, which is all about absorbing and letting go. And then this month we're going to have a look at the spleen and the triple warmer. Now the spleen and the triple warmer are, in a nutshell, they look after you. The triple warmer is like the police force. It wants everything to be in order, it wants to know you're safe, and that's all it wants you to do. It wants you to survive, to make sure you survive. The spleen energy is the energy that wants you to follow your heart, do what you love. It boosts the immune system. It wants you to just be curious and experiment with life. And these two operate together. So what happens is when one is really in action, the other one rests. Now, in our everyday life, the triple warmer energy is the survival energy, is really takes over far too much. So the more we relax that energy, the more we sedate it, the more we're feeding that place where we feel safe. It's safe to let go. We don't need to hold on to this anymore. It's okay to try something new. So in a nutshell, that's what we're just going to have a little taste of that in this video for November. And then you can go away and work with it and experiment it and use it for yourself. So I'm going to pause the video in a moment and take a notebook and just ask yourself, how do you respond when you're stressed? Now, of course, the fight, flight or freeze, we do all of them, but there'll be one that tends to be your go-to. So just think about it. How do you respond? How does it feel in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? Is there a tightness? Is there a feeling of going forward? Is there a surge of anger? And get used to noticing those signals, because often we don't realise that we are stressed. We don't know until after the event. But by that point, we've already jumped onto the road that we know. We're behaving in the way that we know. We're reacting. We act out again and again and again. So this is a moment just to go, okay, I'm starting a journey where I really become aware now, and I know not to believe that. So just making a promise to yourself that when I feel that, I can't rely on my judgment in that moment. I'm going to work with my body to calm myself down. So take your notebook and give yourself 5 minutes of just free writing. Think of a time, the last time you really felt stressed, anxious, upset, and write down how did you feel? What was your response? What did you do? And where do you see that pattern in other areas? So you start to get to know. And then once you know, you can do something about it. So just pause the video, do the technique, and come back and we'll do some practices that can help you. So now you're a little bit clearer. Bring this situation now into this next section where we work with the somatic practice. So just take a moment, you don't have to delve too deep, but bring it to mind and those feelings that you're now aware of, where you feel it in your body. And then as you work with this practice, have a clear intention that you're talking to that area to tell it that it's safe. Whispering to yourself is really powerful. So just like, it's okay, it's safe, it's safe. It's safe for my belly to relax. It's safe for me to do something different. It's safe for me to do nothing. Or it's safe to me to move away from this. Whatever it is that is really going to help you to release this and create a new habit in your body that's far healthier. So really simply, because to sedate the triple warm is something actually that we often know. If you ever find yourself doing this and you're smoothing the back of behind the ears, or often we'll naturally do that to get a child to sleep. Now what you're doing is you're actually soothing the energy that governs the stress response. And we're going to do this fully now. So next time if you find yourself doing this, then remember just to stop and do the whole exercise. So place the fingers over your eyes, and I'll direct you clearly so you know what to do, and take a nice deep breath in, press the eyes gently, and then as you breathe out, just smooth your fingers out to the temples. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and smooth over the ears. Just hang here. It should feel really nice. Give the shoulders a squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out, dig in and shake it off. And just do that a few more times. Breathe in, breathe out and smooth, and take that moment just to say, I am safe, it's okay. It's okay to let go. Breathe in, breathe out, shake off. And let's just do one more. Breathe in, gentle press out to the temples. Keep a nice deep breath flowing. Just let yourself hang. You can squeeze the shoulders and then draw the hands to the heart. And what you're doing is you're soothing that response. And then from here, we're going to boost that spleen energy, so the energy that really wants you to follow your heart. And you're going to come down to the inside of the big toe, and all you're going to do is trace up. So you're going to trace up the inside of the leg, come to the groins, up the outside of the body, just come to the armpits, and then halfway down the rib cage, and give that a tap. Breathe. And let's do that now, just really dragging. So just create a rake with the fingers and draw your energy all the way up, over and tap. So we've sedated the stress response, and now we're just boosting not only that energy that wants you to follow your heart, but also your immune system. And just release. Now, the other thing you can do is just when you're feeling stressed and tense, just to shake. So I'm just going to add that a little bit, because often what we do is we contract, especially if we tend to freeze in our responses. But even if our response is to fight, very often it's not appropriate to do that. So we tend to hold on to it and not do anything about it. We don't usually run. You know, if you're sat in the car and you're in a traffic jam and you can feel that energy building, make some space. Okay, so that's another thing to remember, just to breathe, shake it out, and then you can go back and talk to your body. What you're saying is, it's okay to let go of this, it's safe to let go. So take this, put it into practice. Go back, have a look at October's tip. And if you're working with a habit and you're finding you're getting stressed, you're saying to yourself, it's okay to work with this. Or just use this in itself. If you know that you're getting overwhelmed, do it before you go to bed at night, so you're telling your body it's okay to switch off, it's safe. In fact, you can use this wherever and whenever you want to. So experiment with it. Be curious about how you can really talk to your body to get your body into a place where it feels safe and the stress response is quiet. And remember that stress is very habitual, and it can also be addictive. So the more you do this, the more you're reminding your body of how you want to be. So use it every day. Use it 10, 12 times a day if you want to. And whenever you do that, just make sure that you're tapping into your intention and you're telling your body why you do that. And then what happens is your body starts to let you know sooner, or you realise, because one of the things that goes out of the window when we get stressed is our judgment and our awareness. So it helps to keep you present. If you've enjoyed this, then please sign up for our newsletter. We are launching our free course this month, so it will take you around a wonderful model using the four quadrants to really create a cycle which helps you to let go, to dream in the new, to take action, and to really assimilate changes so you can make sustainable changes. Take the steps and then have them make a lasting effect in your life.